Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, to good night to the meditation today. So, we'll be talking about ushering in fun and lightheartedness, of course, in our lives and also in our meditations. Uh, when we bring about um, fun and lightheartedness in our spiritual lives, we see that it becomes very easy to translate it to our normal life as well, right? So uh, whenever we whenever I speak with many people, right, and we hear this thing, uh, whoever is trying to meditate, or whoever hears about meditation, and also generally about spirituality, um, there are two or three comments that usually we hear about meditation and spirituality. One is that many of us may not even have tried spirituality or meditation, and the main reason for that is we may feel that it is very serious. We don't take that first step because of the seriousness of it, because it's a spiritual setting here, right? And the other feeling that comes up fairly often for those who have already shown some kind of interest in spirituality and also meditation is that it becomes very monotonous and it seems very mundane. It is too boring. So spirituality in a sense equals boredom. Now, I would like to share some personal experience here. We will be talking about how we can change that mindset from spirituality and meditation being boring. um, so, from a personal experience, right? Not very long back, I used to do all kinds of adventure sports on a very regular basis. Something like scuba diving, whitewater river rafting, all kinds of jumping, bungee jumping, canyon jumping, paragliding, etc. And when now I was reflecting on this, I haven't done it for a while, all these sports, on what is it that I was really looking for in all these activities. It was just that there was an element of fun involved in it. So to feel that kind of adrenaline used to give me a sense of fun and happiness. And this may be to do with anything. In my case, it was adventure sports, but it could be even watching movies or going shopping, etc. May become our definition of having fun. And then, needless to say, that this rush, the adrenaline rush, and the idea of having fun is very short lived. Before one sport used to be over, or one holiday used to be over, you are already looking for the next holiday or the next kind of adventure sport that you would like to do. And in between, life goes on with a drag, right? It's like very mundane life and very boring in that sense. And you're not living your life wholeheartedly. Now, what spirituality tells us is that, of course, all that we do and learn in the spiritual knowledge, and we are here to make spiritual progress. Our efforts also at this time, based on knowledge, have consequences, whether it is rewards or penalties. They have consequences in the future, for our future. It is, in one sense, very serious whatever we are doing here because of the repercussions it has. But it is very easy to bring about the element of fun and lightheartedness into spirituality, and also into our lives when we keep an attitude of this soul, the point of flight, just being an audience of a puppet show. The puppet show in this case is the whole physical world that we are interacting with and dealing with. And in this awareness, the soul, the audience, can always remain light-hearted and cheerful and carefree because he is just watching as an audience whatever is happening, whether there are good scenes, bad scenes in the puppet show. uh, he knows that this soul knows um, that he belongs to a world beyond, and the security um, emanating from that world beyond the puppet show. So he is absolutely secure in that sense. And this attitude actually helps us deal um, with whatever is happening in the puppet show, also in our own little puppet show, in a very light-hearted manner. We are able to respond better to situations because we are able to stay calm and not take too seriously whatever we have to deal with. Yeah, there may be so many challenges that life presents to us every day, every moment, in fact. So we are in a much better position to deal with those challenges when we develop this attitude of fun and lightheartedness of the puppet show. So, let us now do a short meditation on this. So, like always, just choose a comfortable position, comfortable enough to stay attentive and alert. Not too comfortable to fall off to sleep, and choose a sitting posture. And we observe everything around us. And we take everything in this physical world as if we are watching a puppet show. And who is this we who's watching? This tiny point of light who's sitting in the middle of the forehead. He is the one who's watching this puppet show. And in the puppet show, there are many props, variety of characters. All are nice. The audience the soul who's watching the puppet show. He belongs to the world beyond the puppet show, in a world that is beyond the sky. It is the home of light. And from a distance, the soul, the audience, can watch the puppet show comfortably from his seat of security. The seat of security is eternal. He feels safe in that seat. Because he knows that he is immortal and nothing happening in the puppet show can really harm him. In the puppet show, there is a camel and puppets are dancing. Some puppets are going topsy-turvy and performing acrobatics. Puppets are changing dresses, becoming a man in one scene, woman in another scene. Some puppets are catching ball and some are snatching the ball away. There are jealous puppets and there are puppets who are always silent. The audience, the soul, just observing the puppet show, is able to enjoy each scene of the puppet show thoroughly. He is able to clap each time any puppet moves and performs any act. There are puppets who are trying to get a bigger piece of the cake. Puppets who feel they have everything. Puppets who feel they have nothing. There are puppets who have difficulty in dancing and swaying, tripping and falling. But the puppet show is perfectly made for fun and entertainment. Each scene and the whole story is thought about. Just as an entertainment. And so the soul, the observer, the audience, is able to smile at each scene. He is able to appreciate each scene in the puppet show. He's appreciative because he is not attached with strings to the physical world. It is these strings of attachment that keep pulling the soul into negative and pain. The audience is free from the puppet show, independent from the puppet show. He does not get stuck in this puppet show. The world of this observer audience, the soul is completely different from anything that is happening in the puppet show. The soul is nourished with love of the Supreme in the world beyond. He thrives in silence, and there is peace always. No thoughts of the puppet show. He's just watching for a short period. He knows that each scene in the puppet show has a beginning and an end. And just seeing the puppet show as a puppet show brings in this element of fun and lightheartedness. The soul is not looking for anything from the puppet show apart from fun and entertainment. He stays light. His true nourishment comes from the world beyond. He experiences freedom in an absolute way from the puppet show. There is happiness always in the world beyond. The audience, the soul sees the futility of having attachments, having strings tied into this puppet show. And so when he comes to play a role in the puppet show, he comes with the clarity that he is coming there for a short period of time. Not to form any attachments. He comes with an attitude of appreciation and wonder of the puppet show. He has gratitude towards every scene that happens in the puppet show. And he feels light when he's coming to play a role in the puppet show because he's not dependent, not needing anything from the puppet show. He's there to just give what he has filled from the world beyond. All these subtle treasures of peace and happiness, love. He's there to just give, not take. And he's very full always with maintaining his connection with the world beyond, the true home. And so we aim to keep this clarity for the rest of the day, that we are just observing the puppet show, having fun. The entertainment provided by the puppet show is for free. So we keep that attitude of light-heartedness and smile at each scene. Smile, clap, and again go home to the spiritual home. Stay connected. Thank you, and hope you have a great day, good evening, or afternoon.